Slowly, very slowly, your life shifts. Not because you worked harder, but because you stopped quitting. You stopped restarting. You stopped romanticizing change. You accepted boredom. You accepted repetition. You accepted discomfort. And in return, you gained control. Control over your time. Control over your habits. Control over your direction. That control is quiet, but it's addictive, because once you taste it, you can't go back to chaos. You realize something else too. Most people are not lazy. They're just undisciplined. And discipline is not cruelty. It's self-respect in action. When you work even when you don't feel like it, you're telling yourself, I matter. My future matters. My word matters. And that changes how you see yourself. One day, someone will ask you, how did you become so consistent? And you'll struggle to answer. Because there was no secret, no motivation, just a decision you stopped renegotiating. You didn't become extraordinary. You became reliable. And reliability beats talent, beats motivation, beats luck, every time. So if you're waiting for motivation right now, stop. This is your moment. Not because you feel it, but because you don't. Do the work tired. Do the work bored. Do the work unsure. But do it. Because discipline doesn't change your life overnight. It changes who you are. And when you change, everything else follows. If this message reached you, it wasn't by accident. It was a reminder. You already know what to do. Now go do it. One bad day doesn't define you. Giving up does. Stop making discipline dramatic. It's not a personality trait. It's not toughness. It's simply doing what past you decided, even when present you doesn't feel like it. That's it. The goal is not to feel disciplined. The goal is to remove friction until action becomes the default. When starting feels easier than avoiding, discipline becomes invisible. You don't need to become a new person. You need to become consistent enough that your future self thanks you. Quietly. Every day, there will be a day, a very quiet day. No music, no dramatic moment, no sudden clarity, just a normal day. And on that day, something small changes. You stop waiting. You don't feel motivated. You don't feel ready. You don't feel confident. But you act anyway. Not because you're strong, but because you're tired of repeating the same year in different months. That day is not exciting. In fact, it feels disappointing because you realize something painful. No one is coming. No perfect time. No perfect mood. No perfect version of you. Just this moment. And a choice. You understand then that motivation was never missing. You kept waiting for permission to become who you already know you should be. From that day on, life doesn't suddenly become easy. You still get tired. You still doubt. You still struggle. But something is different. You no longer argue with your mind. You no longer beg yourself. You decide once, and then you obey your own decision. That's the real power. Self-trust. When you say you'll do something, you do it. Not perfectly, not passionately, consistently. You stop looking for feelings to guide you. You let standards guide you. Standards don't change with mood. Standards don't care about comfort. Standards build respect. Here's the rule that changes everything. Never rely on willpower. Design your environment instead. Willpower is emotional. Environment is mechanical. And discipline loves mechanics. If you want to wake up early, don't argue with your mind in the morning. Set the phone far away. Sleep earlier. Remove the decision. If you want to work consistently, don't wait for inspiration. Same place, same time, same setup. Your brain learns patterns faster than motivation. Another hard truth. You don't lack discipline. You lack clarity. Most people don't know exactly what they do daily, when they do it, how long it takes, what done looks like. So their brain stays confused. Confusion leads to avoidance. Clarity kills procrastination. Discipline requires rules. Simple ones. Not motivational speeches. Not emotional promises. Rules. I work for 30 minutes. Then I stop. I don't skip 2 days in a row. I start even if I don't finish. Rules remove negotiation. And negotiation is where discipline dies. Here's something powerful. Lower your standards for action. Raise your standards for consistency. Stop aiming for perfect days. Aim for non-zero days. Some days you do a lot. Some days you do the minimum. But you never do nothing. Momentum is built by continuity, not intensity. Small wins. When you complete something easy, your brain releases trust. Trust turns into confidence. Confidence turns into identity. Identity turns into discipline. That's the order, not motivation first. Discipline also requires boredom tolerance. Most people quit because they're bored, not because it's hard. Growth is repetitive. Same actions, same struggles, same effort, over and over. If you can survive boredom, you can survive anything. Another thing nobody teaches you. You will fail. You will skip days. You will break promises. You will feel disappointed in yourself. Discipline is not never failing. Discipline is returning faster. Most people wait for confidence. Disciplined people build confidence. Confidence doesn't come from thinking. It comes from evidence. And evidence comes from consistency. Every time you show up when you didn't want to, you deposit proof into your identity. I am someone who does what they said they would do. That belief is unbreakable. Discipline simplifies your life. No more daily battles. No more endless decisions. No more emotional exhaustion. You don't ask, should I do it? You already decided. Decision fatigue disappears. Mental clarity appears. Freedom comes from structure. This is the part nobody likes. Discipline is lonely. At first, no one notices. No praise. No applause. People only see results. They don't see the repetition. They call it luck. They call it talent. They never see the boredom you survived. But here's the reward. One day, you wake up, and your life feels different. Not dramatically, not magically, just solid. You trust yourself. You don't panic easily. You don't rely on motivation. You rely on who you've become. Discipline doesn't change your life overnight. It changes you. And when you change, your life has no choice but to follow. Let's be clear about something first. You don't suddenly become disciplined. You train discipline the same way you train a muscle. And just like a muscle, if you overload it too fast, it breaks. That's why most people fail. They try to change their entire life in one decision. New routine, new habits, new identity. And when they can't maintain it, they assume discipline is not for them. That's a lie. Discipline starts small, almost embarrassingly small. So small that your brain doesn't resist. Because resistance is the enemy. If your plan triggers resistance, it's already too big. Disciplined people work regardless. Not because they're heartless, but because they decided who they are. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Discipline is choosing discomfort now, instead of regret later. It's waking up when your body begs you to stay. It's working when your mind screams for escape. It's continuing when quitting feels logical. And your brain hates that. Your brain wants relief. Discipline denies relief. That's why discipline feels heavy at first. But that heaviness is strength being built. Discipline is not about doing everything. It's about doing one thing consistently, even when you're tired of it. People fail because they aim too high. Too many habits, too many changes, too much pressure. Discipline doesn't demand intensity. It demands reliability. Show up even if it's ugly. Show up even if it's slow. Show up even if it feels pointless. Because results don't come from effort. They come from accumulation. Let me tell you something important. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Goals are emotional. Systems are mechanical. Discipline is choosing systems over feelings. Same time, same action, same standard. Every day. At first, discipline feels like force. You have to push yourself. You argue with your mind. You negotiate with your excuses. But something changes over time. Your brain adapts. What once felt hard becomes normal. And what becomes normal no longer drains you. That's when discipline turns into identity. Identity is everything. The moment you stop saying, I'm trying, and start saying, this is what I do, your behavior changes. Not because you're motivated, but because acting otherwise would feel wrong. Discipline is when quitting feels uncomfortable. You don't want motivation. You want to feel like someone who has their life together. Motivation gives you that feeling temporarily. Discipline actually turns you into that person. But it takes time. And most people are impatient with identity change. Every time motivation fades, a voice in your head gets louder. What's wrong with me? You start to believe. You lack willpower. You're inconsistent. You're broken. You're not. You're just using the wrong tool. Motivation is not for building a life. It's for escaping one. You don't need more motivation. You need fewer decisions. Because every decision drains you. Should I work today? Should I rest? Should I start tomorrow? Discipline removes the question. And when the question disappears, action becomes automatic. Right here. Because this is where excuses end. You can no longer blame circumstances, mood, inspiration, other people, only choices. And responsibility is heavy. How do I feel? Start asking, what is non-negotiable? Your life doesn't need intensity. It needs structure. Now we're ready. Not the motivational version of discipline. Not the Instagram version. The real one. The one that feels boring, but changes everything. Discipline is not loud. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't make you feel powerful in the moment. In fact, most of the time, it feels like nothing. And that's why people underestimate it. You don't wake up disciplined. You don't feel disciplined. You don't get a rush from discipline. You just do what needs to be done. Again, and again, and again. No excitement. No drama. No motivation. Just repetition. Discipline starts where your emotions end. When motivation leaves, discipline stays. When excitement fades, discipline remains. When no one is watching, discipline shows up. That's the difference. Most people are emotional workers. They work when they feel good. They stop when they feel bad. Motivation is not something you control. It reacts. It reacts to a video, a speech, a moment of pain, a temporary desire to escape your current life. That's why motivation is always short-lived. It spikes, then crashes, and every crash makes you feel worse than before. Because now you're not just stuck. You're disappointed in yourself. Again, here's something nobody tells you. Your brain's main job is not success. It's survival, and survival prefers comfort, familiarity, low energy use, predictability. Motivation threatens all of that. When you decide to change your life, your brain hears danger, so it fights back with laziness, doubt, fear, overthinking, procrastination. Not because you're weak, but because your brain is doing its job. Have you noticed this? You feel most motivated late at night, after watching a video, when you're emotional, when you're far from action. That's because there is no immediate cost. Your brain loves plans without pain. But the moment morning comes, reality shows up. Effort, discomfort, resistance, and motivation disappears. Motivation is powered by hope. Hope that results will come fast. Effort will be rewarded quickly. Pain will be temporary. But real growth doesn't work like that. Results are slow. Progress is invisible. Pain is repetitive. So hope fades. And with it, motivation dies. Motivation makes you confident before you deserve it. You feel like a new person, before the habits, before the work, before the proof. That confidence is fragile. The first failure destroys it. And when confidence breaks, most people quit. Discipline builds confidence after the work. That confidence doesn't break. Be honest. How many times did you say, "This is my fresh start. This time is different. I learned my lesson." Starting feels powerful. Continuing feels boring. So you keep restarting your life instead of building one. Motivation loves beginnings. Discipline survives the middle. You don't need motivation. Motivation is the lie that keeps you stuck. Because if motivation worked, you would already have the life you dream about. Pause. Think about it. How many times did you feel motivated? How many videos did you watch? How many quotes did you save? How many Mondays felt like a new beginning? And yet, you are still here. Same place, same habits, same excuses. This video is not here to motivate you. It's here to wake you up. Motivation feels good. That's the problem. It gives you the illusion of progress without the pain of action. You watch a video. You feel inspired. Your heart beats faster. Your mind imagines a better version of you. And your brain says, "I'm changing." But you're not. You're just consuming emotions. Motivation is emotional candy. Sweet, addictive, empty. It makes you feel productive without doing anything productive. That's why you keep coming back for more. Another video, another quote, another "tomorrow I'll start." And tomorrow never comes. Let me ask you something honestly. Where is your motivation when you wake up tired? Nobody is watching? Results are slow? You fail? You feel bored? Life hits you hard? Motivation disappears the moment life becomes uncomfortable. Because motivation is built on feeling. And feelings are unstable. They depend on mood, energy, weather, validation, circumstances. Your goals deserve something stronger than how you feel today. This is the cycle most people live in. Motivation, action, resistance, stop, guilt, motivation again. You start strong. You promise yourself this time is different. You tell everyone. You feel powerful. Then resistance shows up. Suddenly, you're tired. You're busy. You're stressed. You don't feel like it. So you stop. Then guilt eats you alive. So you look for motivation again. And the cycle repeats. Years pass. Life doesn't. This might hurt, but you need to hear it. If you rely on motivation, you are training yourself to quit. You're teaching your brain, I only act when I feel good. So the moment discomfort appears, your brain shuts down. Strong people don't have more motivation. They have less dependence on it. They act tired. They act bored. They act scared. They act unmotivated. Not because they're special, but because they understand something you don't yet. Your future is not built on your best days. It's built on ordinary days, bad days, silent days, painful days. Motivation prepares you for perfect conditions. Life never gives you those. So you keep waiting, and waiting, and waiting, while others move forward silently. Here's the question that separates winners from dreamers. What do I do when I don't feel like it? If your answer is, I wait until I feel motivated, then I already know how your story ends. But if your answer is, I do it anyway, then this video is for you. Most people misunderstand discipline. They think it's extreme routines, no emotions, military life, punishment. That's not discipline. That's ego. Real discipline is quiet, boring, repetitive, unsexy, and that's exactly why it works. Because discipline doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care if you're tired, you're sad, you're scared, you're not ready. Discipline says, this is who we are now. And then it demands consistency, not perfection. Consistency. The moment you stop asking, how do I feel today? And start asking, what needs to be done today? Your life changes. Slowly, quietly, irreversibly. No applause. No dopamine rush. Just progress. Stop listening for a second. Ask yourself, how much longer will you keep waiting for motivation? Another year? 5 years? 10? Because time is moving, with or without you.